How can mushers still go dog sledding in a warming climate? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to show you 5 ways that Carrie and I have adapted our dog sledding to climate change. Hello, welcome to another episode of Massachusetts. I'm your host, Bob Tremblay. Well, this winter really was a frustrating one for us as mushers. The winter started late. We really didn't have reliable snow till mid-January, and then it ended early. So it really brings up is like, if we still want to enjoy dog sledding with our dogs, we're going to have to change the way we do things, and to be able to do that during a time of climate change and global warming. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you 5 different adaptations, 5 different things that Carrie and I have done so we can still enjoy mushing with our dogs during a time of a changing climate. Our first adaptation is we do more dog sledding on frozen lakes. The past couple of winters have had really poor snow coverage conditions, but frequently, even when we don't have much snow, as you can kind of see in the woods over here, we do have a lot of ice on the lakes, and so that enables us to get out and get the sled out onto the frozen ice as opposed to running in the spotty snow in the trails. Of course, what's nice about the lakes is that they're nice and level, so the going is pretty easy for the dogs. But of course, when we have bare ice like this, the dogs can slip around a bit. So you really have to, try to keep them going straight. Try to guide them. So kick when you can. Sometimes we're on ice where there's a little bit more snow cover, as we are here, and it makes it a little bit easier pulling for them. But what's nice about the ice is we don't have to worry about sticks and branches and things kind of sticking through where we don't really have a good snowpack. And it's a lot of fun. I like being out in the big open like this. Sometimes instead of using the sled, we actually will go out with skis. So here we are again on another lake, and this time instead of using the sled, I am on skis. You can see I've got a harness on. The dogs are attached to me. So now basically I'm the sled, and we go off. So anyway, I like getting out on the ice. It does take some practice teaching the dogs their commands for ice. Our second adaptation is that less sledding, we do more mushing with wheels. When we don't have any snow or ice, we get out with wheels. And so with my team of 2, Bandit and Shiva, I have them pull me on a bike as we are here. So we go out bike shoring. The thing about bike shoring is you can really go fast, and of course you're balancing on the bike and you're braking so you don't like run up behind the dogs, and of course there's all kinds of obstacles, and so you do have to be pretty adept at your bike, but it's a lot of fun, and it really extends the mushing season. In these pictures here we're out in the fall. In addition to the bike, we also have a scooter. So on the right there, you can see that's actually a mushing scooter. You stand on much more like a dog sled. And it looks like this. So here's Carrie being pulled on the mushing scooter. It has handbrakes just like a bicycle does. It's a lot of fun. You can't pedal it, and so you're not able to assist the dogs as well, but it moves along pretty speedily, as you can see here. When I had my larger team of Malamutes, in addition to biking, which we didn't do a whole lot of, I had a cart, and so we had the cart that we would take the Malamutes out with. But a cart is really just too heavy for these 2 dogs. So between a bike and a mushing scooter, we really extend our sledding season. To adjust to the warming weather, our third adaptation, we run smaller dogs instead of the large Malamutes. In the early 90s, when I first started dog sledding, the winters were more reliable, and I bred up a team of 12 Malamutes, and so we would go out with our Malamutes, and we really had a great time. But the season was a lot shorter. With the large dogs, they really could not tolerate the warmer weather. And so basically we would use the cart in the late fall and early spring when there was no snow, and we would sled during the winter when we had the proper conditions for it. Now I have the two smaller Huskies, and they're much more heat tolerant. And so because of that, they can really handle kind of the warmer winters that we have now. But really surprisingly is that now really I can get 11 months of mushing with my small dogs between using our bike or using the scooter. And so having smaller dogs has really extended our mushing season despite the warming winters. Our fourth adaptation is when we can't go dog sledding, we do more dog jogging. So dog jogging is another great way to run the dogs in warmer weather. This is something that pretty much Carrie does exclusively. I'll run them on the sled, I'll take them biking, but Carrie's the one who takes them jogging. And so our routine right now, this works out really well, is Carrie actually goes out, she takes them jogging about every other day when they're not running with the bike. And it works really well. A lot of people call this canicross. Carrie Moore just sort of jogs with them, and great way to get exercise with the dogs. And finally, with the warming weather, what we're doing with the dogs is we do more various things. We do more hiking, we do more canoeing, and we certainly take them out for more dips in the water. Hiking is a great way to get exercise with your dogs. I don't have a whole lot of footage of us actually hiking with the dogs, but we do take them out twice a day. So every morning they get about a half mile in, and then usually in the afternoons we'll get another 2 miles in. And this is on top of every other day when they're running. So they're basically walking, hiking about 3 miles every single day. When the weather is really, really warm, at the hottest days of July, we love to take them out canoeing. This is just a great way for them to get out. It's very unique for them. You can kind of see they find it very exciting. It's one of the times when we're the ones doing the work, kind of moving everybody, as opposed to them being the ones that are pulling us. So this is a great way to kind of get out. It's fascinating for them. They're just intrigued by everything they see. And it's just a great way to get out on these hottest days and still get the dogs outside without being a whole lot too active and getting too warm. We also do swim with them. Shiva, she'll get in the water and she'll swim. Bandit loves the water. Bandit is really I've never seen a sled dog like him. But getting in the water and getting them dipped is a great way to cool them off in the summer. Well, it's a hot summer day, and as you can see, Shiva is choosing to just kind of take it as an easy day to lay around in the shade. Bandit is kind of walking around investigating the pen. But anyway, thank you for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, please click like. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so you don't miss a single episode. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Massachusetts. See you on the trail.